Welcome back. You're tuned into Buy Now Sell Now, where we're getting all your stock-related questions answered on our channel by our experts. Number is flashing on top of the screen. Please keep sending in your questions, the buying price, the holding period, and your query, and we'll get them answered by our experts who have joined us. So let's resume with all the questions then. Now, this is Colonel Gorpade writing in, who's a retired army officer from Bangalore. He's a long-term investor. He says that he wishes to invest in DVs Lab. Are these the right levels to buy for long-term? Sharon, tell me about DVs Labs. In the pharma sector, it's been a mixed queue coming as far as pharma is concerned. What do you see in the charts for DVs Lab?
So, Ankita, the stock has shown excellent price action, breaking out above its previous high or towards the all-time high around 6250 levels. Now it's made a high of around 7,000 odd level and seeing some kind of correction or consolidation or profit booking. Now again, Trump has said by the end of this month he'll put some kind of tariffs. So currently I would suggest at this point of time, please avoid it for the next 10 to 15 days. But definitely for a long term, the stock shows excellent promise in terms of fundamentals. Even on technical checks, I think it's looking very good, very strong. In the last 6 months, you've seen excellent kind of accumulation in the stock. But just for the next 2 weeks or so, I think just avoid till the tariff situation eases a little bit. Then you can think about adding a few stocks. Even in similar lines of stocks, DVs Labs and other players have seen excellent price action. But I think in the next 2 weeks or so, you can see a slight bit of consolidation, even a dip towards the lower levels of around 6,500 to 6,300 odd levels. At that point of time, make a buy on dip strategy. I think the best point of time to enter these stocks will be post-August.
Okay, so the best time to enter these pharma stocks will be post-August is the word coming from Sharan. But Hemant, now coming to you, we have a query from Mohan, who is writing from Odisha. He has 7 shares of Dixon Technology at a price of 15,600. He's been holding them for the past 45 days. He wants to know whether he should continue to hold or switch over to some other script. He's ready to hold whichever stock you suggest for a period of 3 months.
I think it would be a hold as far as I'm concerned. There is significant resistance at 17,000. I think he needs to keep a watch on this level. If 17,000 gets taken out in terms of closing on the weekly chart, I think further upside seems like a distinct possibility. Otherwise, if it struggles and doesn't overcome, that's where he can exit. The bigger picture seems corrective because we've had a phenomenal run. And as of now, we're in a consolidation. But 17,000 could be I wouldn't say a make or break, but an important level to keep an eye on.
Right, moving on then from Dixon Tech, that's the word coming in on Dixon Tech. But moving on to the next counter, this is B. Soumya, who's writing in from Chennai. She's bought NHPC at a buying price of 82 rupees. Now, she wants to know what is the target expected for the short to medium term holding period. Should she continue holding it or should she be exiting at current levels? 82 is where she has bought it at. Sharan.
So Ankita, it's a very slow mover. NHPC, don't expect any kind of big moves. The stock has a tendency to consolidate for a long period of time, 3 to 6 odd months. But again, price action is very decent. It's trading above all its moving average. Since your price is above your buying price of around 82, I would suggest to hold this stock with a stop loss about your buying price of 82. If it closes anywhere near 82, I think you should exit it and again review the stock. But I think given the price action, you can see levels of around 90 to 95 odd levels. But yes, it will take time since it's not a fast mover. So if you have the holding capacity, do hold with a target of 95 in mind with a stop loss at your buying price.
Okay, so that's the view on NHPC. But next up, we have a query on Canara Bank. This is Ignatius writing from Kolkata. She has 708 stocks of Canara Bank at a price of 108 rupees. She's been holding them for the past 6 months and wants a long-term view on this. Hemant, sir, what could be the targets for the next 2 to 3 years is what the viewer is asking.
A very clear hold. We remain safely ensconced in a longer-term uptrend. Target from a slightly longer-term point of view would be around 170 and 210. So 170 is where I would be more convinced from a longer-term point of view, the possible target.
All right, so that is Canara Bank on the charts. But coming to you, I'll come to you, Sharan. Okay, this person is not, So she's Swati who's writing in. She's a long-term investor. She wants to know if she can hold Irida. She's holding it at a buying price of 172 rupees. She wants to know what should she be doing with it right now. Sharan.
So even last week, Ankita, I have given a clear exit on the stock. Again, it's trading below all its moving averages. Results were below estimates quite a bit. Again, whenever stock trades below all its moving average, there is no bottom to it. Again, if it breaks below 150 odd levels, again you can see dips towards 130 and even 100 odd levels. So I would suggest an exit on the stock. There are much better stocks and sectors that you can think about. Even if you're a long-term investor, do enter above 180 odd levels when it moves above its 200-day moving averages. Currently, it's a clear exit and it's almost at near breakdown levels. So even if you cannot take a loss, or if you are afraid to take a loss, do keep a stop loss of 150 in your system. If it closes any day below 150, please exit the stock.
Okay, so an exit call on iRadar. But moving on, Hemant, coming to you, our viewer Mekha is writing to us from UAE. She has two queries, one on Bajaj Consumer. Her average price is 227. She holds 350 shares. She wants to know whether she should continue to hold or sell. And the next one is on Coal India. The average price is 443. She's been holding 207 shares. About this one, she wants to know whether or not it's a good time to average.
As far as Bajaj Consumer is concerned, I think it's a hold. If you have a very near-term view, maybe 10 days or something, then an exit is recommended. Otherwise, hold. We are heading towards 270. As far as Coal India is concerned, yes, I think one can average. It's not done anything in the last 6 months or so. But if I take a longer-term view, we should be heading towards 540. But this is a 12 to 15-month point of view. So yeah, it's the right time to average.
All right, moving on then to the next counter. This is Jayesh who's writing from Mumbai. He says that he's bought 300 shares of NTPC. He's bought it at a buying price of 372 rupees. Can he add more at current levels? Sharan, NTPC at current levels, he's bought it at 372. Can he add more?
Yes, definitely, Ankita. I think it's a good level to average this stock. It's just trading below the 200, consolidating in a very tight range. And I think it recently had some positive news regarding the power sector. So I think it's a good time to average. A clear breakout can be seen about 345 odd levels, which can take the stock to around 370, even 400 odd levels. So yes, you can average at current levels, but do keep a stop loss in the system. The stop loss should come around 330 on a daily closing basis at any point of time in the next 2-3 weeks. If it closes below 330, do exit all your position, but currently it is looking nice. I don't think it'll reach that kind of levels. Do average with a clear breakout about 345 or targets of 370, even 400 levels.
Buy Now, Sell Now with me, Kanishka Sarkar and Ankita Saxena, a show where our experts are answering all your stock-specific queries. So let's resume then. Now, Hemant sir, coming to you. We already got Sharan's view on iRadar. Let's get your view as well. Our viewer Ellen Iyer has written to us from Trivandrum. He has 257 shares of iRadar at a price of 209. What would you suggest? Should he continue to hold?
Firstly, a small caveat because it's got limited data, in the sense we have data for probably 1.5 years or so. Not enough, but whatever data we have seems to suggest that we are in an intermediate downtrend, and even the bigger picture doesn't look very convincing. Extreme short term, it's oversold, a bounce is around the corner, but I don't see any compelling reason to hold on. But once again, I have a slightly biased view because the data is not enough to take a longer term view. But yeah, it doesn't look very convincing yet.
Before we proceed with all the queries answered, let's resume with all the questions that you have been sending us. Well, this is Gurinder who's writing in from Delhi. Now, Gurinder holds 4,000 shares of Tata Motors at an average price of 575. I beg your pardon. That's the average buying price over the last 6 months, and it has been consistently dropping. So, Sharan, what's your view on Tata Motors? Because Tata Motors has been a weakling of sorts. In fact, it hasn't done much, and even the future, based on the commentary that's coming in, doesn't look very rosy. What do you see on the charts for Tata Motors? What should he be doing with this counter?
So Ankita, you are exactly right. I think from 7th April, it saw good recovery from bottom 550, 530 odd levels to 730. Post that, a lot of negative news has been coming in. Even in fact, a weak commentary from the management itself. Since its buying price is quite low and the stock is actually trading above its buying price, I would suggest just keep a stop loss in the system of 640 on a daily closing basis and hold on to the stock. I think for the industry, definitely, especially EVs, I think a good time is around the corner. And you can see a reversal in trends because especially your festive seasons are going to come in the next 3 to 6 months. So fundamentally, definitely a good season to be in these kind of stocks. Technically, yes, it looks weak. That's why a 640 kind of stop loss on a daily closing basis. With that, do hold on to the stock. If at any day it closes below that, please take an exit and take your profits home, and then we can review the stock post that situation.
All right, so that's the view coming in on Tata Motors and the entire auto pack. But moving on, now this viewer Gurinder, he has another query, which is a long-term query. Hemant, would you like to take it? So this viewer wants to invest 15 lakh rupees and wants to know your sectoral view. He wants you to identify 3 sectors and 3 stocks in those sectors where he could invest for a period of 3 to 5 years.
First sector would be defense. I think some of them have run up, some of them are corrective. So something like a BEL is what I like. HAL is what I like. I would also look at Reliance Industries from a longer term point of view. Okay, it doesn't come under a sector because it's a sector in itself. So, and yes, I would also look in the PSU bank sector. I think State Bank stands out from a longer term point of view. CAM, CDSL, I mean, these are things you can't go wrong with from a longer point of view. They look great. Some of them have corrected. So I think these should be enough sectors and different stocks from a longer term point of view.
All right, moving on then to the next question. This is Hitesh who's writing in. He wants to know, he wants a recommendation for long term with good dividend yields, looking to invest 1 lakh rupees in those stocks. Sharon, dividend counter, would that be a right investment strategy to invest in stocks just for the dividends?
So Ankita, yes, during COVID, if you would have invested, I would have suggested a lot of stocks because at that price, the dividend yield was close 8 to 12% in all these stocks, even like your ITC and your government stocks, Coal India. But given the run up in the stock, the dividend yield looks very small right now. It'll look like a 3 or 4%. So currently, given the stock prices right now, I would not suggest to invest solely on dividend yield because yes, you will get a dividend, but you can actually see the stocks also coming down if they are not doing well in the near future. So currently go for growth stocks that can have good growth in the near future for the next 2 or 3 years. And even banking space looks reasonably well placed. You can actually enter PSU banks, you will see growth as well as a small dividend, but don't expect too much of a dividend going ahead in the next 2 or 3 years. So focus more on growth and sectors that are coming up rather than dividends.
All right, so those are the stocks to focus on when it comes to dividend yields. But
Welcome back. You're tuned into Buy Now Sell Now, where we're getting all your stock-related questions answered. You can keep sending in your questions on the number that's flashing on top of your screen, and we'll get them answered by our experts. Let's resume with all the questions then. Coming to the next question here. This question is coming in for Hemant. This one's for you. This question is on Power Grid. They have not given their name. Please start writing in your names like I keep mentioning because we can attribute those questions to you. But anyways, this question is on Power Grid. They've bought it at a buying price of 91 rupees. Can they add more to this? This is a part of the retirement portfolio. So is this a safe bet to add in more?
Yes, Ankita, I think it seems like a safe bet, but do not average the complete quantity at one go. It's still in a correction of a greater degree. Keep in mind that the stock has had a beautiful move from 80 to 360. We are in the midst of a longer term time price retracement. So 280, 260 and 250, three levels one can use to add on declines rather than invest everything at the current level.
Okay. Moving on, we have a query from Triambaka who's written to us from Mysore. Sharan, this question is for you. She wants to know if it's a good time to buy TVS Motor.
Yeah, definitely. So basically, these are my top three picks from the auto segment. Your TVS, M&M, and Eicher. All three are looking very good. Even in fundamentally, year on year, Q on Q, they are showing good traction. So yes, currently you can look at buying the stock, but I would suggest a buy on dip strategy always, because if your view is long term, do have an average price on the stock. Don't go all in once. And definitely you can see all-time high coming in the near future. Looking at the stock price action, I think an all-time high is on the cards in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And if the market reverses, I think stocks that outperform the market do tend to rally faster than the Nifty itself. So overall, a very strong stock, technically and fundamentally both as well.
Alright, strong stock, TVS Motor from the Auto Pack, that's a recommendation by Sharan. But with that, we're completely timed out in this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now. We will take in your questions tomorrow at 11 a.m. But Sharan and Himen, thank you so much for taking the time out and answering our stock-related queries. But moving on then, Madhya Pradesh is seen